Ben and guys, welcome back to Benny DFM. I hope this finds you all well. We have finally lost our first league game of the season, but we are 2 from 2 in the Champions League group stages, and today we have the chance to make it 3 from 3 and potentially put 1 foot in to the last 16. Can we do it? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Kings of Kiev. I'm Ben, and coming up on today's episode, we face second place Kolos in the league, and that is followed by another Champions League game, this time against FC Porto. And of course, if you do like today's episode, then please do drop a like down below for me. Subscribe to the channel and make sure those notification bells are turned on so you know when new episodes of this series are dropping. But as you can see above me, since the last episode, form has been reasonably decent. We beat Minaj 6-1 in the league, followed by a frustrating 1-1 draw with Zoya in a game we really did dominate. We did, however, beat Bruges 3-1. Patrick Bamford getting his first couple of goals for the club in that game. And then again, we absolutely dominated against bottom of the league Velez, ended in a 1-0 defeat, and therefore our unbeaten start to the season is gone, but hopefully that is only a minor blip on the road to having a very, very successful season. As I mentioned, Kolos are second on 24 points. A win today would jump us above them, with Shakhtar Donetsk 1 point ahead on 25. So we have lost some running due to that loss in the title race, along with the couple more draws we've had. But we do have the ability to make those points up if we can beat Kolos and, of course, Shakhtar later on in this series. And the team that we're looking to beat Kolos with today is this one. It's Luan Poli in goal. A back for a Conti, Popov, McKenna and Michaelenko. Agate plays in behind Shepelev and Vela in the midfield, with Gustavo Scarpa on the right, Emreli on the left and Besaidin up front. No Verbic or Holozek on the left. Holozek injured, Verbic not quite fully fit. We've just had an international break, so some players not quite come back at their peak of their abilities, but hopefully we still have enough to get past second place Kolos. And if we can't, it's going to be quite a difficult season again in the league. Our Champions League form, as we've seen, has been pretty phenomenal so far, beating both PSG and Club Bruges, but we've not quite hit the dizzy heights in the league as of yet. But if we can do today and get above Kolos and start that title race proper with Shakhtar Donetsk, then that would be the idea. And it looks like we may have a highlight that may fall our way. Michaelenko finds Agate, who's given loads of room, and what a finish that is from Manuel Agate from outside of the area. Michaelenko with the throw-in on the left, I believe it was. He throws it in to Emreli, who just sort of pops it back to him, and then a great ball. This man here going for the ball, Bogdanov, means that when Agate beats it to him, he's got loads of space on the edge of the area. And after 15 minutes, we go ahead, and therefore 1 point behind Shakhtar Donetsk, who haven't yet played their game this time round. But it may well put the pressure on for that one. And that is pretty much the perfect start. All that we could have asked for. And it looks like we're off again through Scarpa on the right, who finds Conti. Back to Scarpa, back to Conti. Knocking it about nicely, but we need the final product, and we couldn't quite get it there. But we are going to regather from the Kolos clearance. Agate looks for Conti again on the right-hand side. A bit of a fruitful avenue at the moment. Scarpa, back to Agate, to Shepelev. He's going to have a pop, and it's pretty much an identical finish. 2 to Agate goal. 2 goals from outside the area. 2-0 up within 25 minutes. It's well popped around. We were really nice and patient, and Scarpa finds Agate, who finds Shepelev on the edge of the area, and he just goes for it. Pretty identical finish, I think you'll say, from the first goal. And we're going to drop a bit of praise, because this, as I say, is the perfect start. 4 shots, 4 on target, pretty even on possession. We've made a few more fouls than potentially we would like, but we're not bothered about that. We got get stuck in on. Why not? Vera to Shepelev. We're off again. I mean, are we going to witness a thrashing, ladies and gentlemen? We might well do. Emreli, that's a poor ball. But we are going to regather through Shepelev, and Vera and Agate are going to be able to recycle it once again. Agate to Vera. Forward to Scarpa, to Shepelev. That's a nice ball to Michaelenko, and he's got a few to aim at. Besedin's one, Scarpa's another. It's just looking to go wide. A good effort But we've got to make sure we just keep our foot on the pedal here and don't let Kolos back in. And we say that as Ilyin has it on the right. A good block, I assume, from Michaelenko. And now we are fully away down this left-hand side through Besedin, who looks for Shepelev and Vela in the middle. He finds both of them in the end, technically. Vera, that's a great ball to Besedin. I think he might be offside. If he's not, that is a fantastic goal. The fact we're going to VAR, has anyone seen one of these given? No, it is offside. It's unlucky. It was a great ball from Vera into Besedin, and he finished it with aplomb, but it just wasn't meant to be due to the offside position he got himself into. But we've gathered it again. We're having a lot of the ball. Besedin to Shepelev. That's a great ball to Michaelenko. Is this 3? Shepelev, Vera, who's going to score? What is going on? That is 3 of literally the identical goals from all 3 centre midfielders. What a time to be alive, people, witnessing this. Michaelenko with a great ball back to Shepelev, who slots it onto Vera and curls it into exactly the same corner that Shepelev and Agate curved it into earlier. And it looks like at the break we're going to go in 3-0 up, and having not let Kolos have a single shot. 9 of our shots, 7 of which have been on target. That is a pretty solid first half, I think it's safe to say. And if we can keep that up in the second half, then it's job done in the league against Kolos. And a nice little confidence booster for that Porto game to come as well. We're going to drop another bit of praise because we have had a pretty good game. All bar, well, actually everyone's had a pretty good game. No one's really on that low a rating. But there is a risk that they might come back into it. But McKenna does really well from the corner. And here goes Scarpa. Scarpering himself down the right-hand side. I'm sorry, it's awful. It's rubbish. What a pun. What a pun, people. Vera into Shepelev, to Agate, to Vera, to Agate again. This is well worked. Conti, Scarpa. Conti couldn't quite pick out Besedin, but Popov regathers, and Vera, who's got himself into some really handy positions today, couldn't find his cross, but Conti could. And Mahir and Relly, in potentially his first start of the season, to be honest, has got his first goal as well. And we're flying now. Our Dynamo Kiev. This is again a really well worked move. Vera couldn't quite get his cross in, and we're probably lucky with the bounce to Conti, but Conti puts it right towards the back post, and then really rises above his man. The keeper's nowhere to be seen, and it is now 4-0 to the almighty Dynamo Kiev. We're going for 5. This is probably the best performance I've seen this season from the boys. Besedin, he's got to score. He always scores. 17 goals for the season. We've played 11 league games. This man is on fire. No wonder he's keeping Patrick Bamford out of the team. This is another beautiful ball in. I think it's Shepelev who puts it in the end. It is. And Besedin gets above his man. It's 5-0 against Kolos. Maybe their early season form isn't what is actually going to continue with them through the rest of the season. Michaelenko's picked up a slight knock. So we're going to get on a young man, Kostevyantin Vivcharenko. Here he is, 19-year-old Ukrainian left-back. He's got the potential to be pretty good. The one thing that stands out here for me is his pace, acceleration and agility. We'll be looking to use that. The rest is pretty average, but just bomb up and down there, mate. We're 5-0 up. It doesn't really matter about defending at this point. That's going to be the only sub we're going to make. And we're going to pump. Oh, here we go. Look, show everyone why you're here. Excellent. Let's go. 15 minutes ago. That is... Oh, this is unbelievable performance. What a performance. Right, and Relly struggling as well. We will get Verbic on for him on the left. Anybody else? No, they're doing quite well. I suppose because we've just had an international break, they're not going into the red zone as quickly as you would expect. As I say that, both Vera and Shepelev have both done that. So, Sidorchuk and Shapolenko can come on for those two. And I think we'll have one sub after that left, but I don't think we'll need to make it as we've only got 5 minutes or so to go. We're going to drop that last bit of praise for those two boys. I mean, what a result. 5-0 to Dynamo Kiev. We have absolutely dominated Kolos there in what can be described as a pretty good all-round performance. Everyone having a really, really solid game in that starting 11. And hopefully they can do the same for the Champions League big game against Porto. And I will see you for that one in a second. Here we go then, it's time for the big game against Porto and an opportunity to sort of take control of this group. We have won our first 2 games and if we can win a third, then it would put us one step closer to making it out of the group for the first time in the Champions League. A couple of changes from that previous game. Michaelenko is still slightly injured, so Vivcharenko, the youngster, will come out on the left as Felipe Jonathan is also out with an injury. Verbic back to full fitness though, so he is back on in the left instead of Emreli, who obviously had a good game last time, but Verbic is much the preferred option. And fingers crossed we can pick up that third victory from 3 in the group. As I say, I think the other games have gone our way as well. I think Porto and PSG, whilst we were playing Club Bruges, only drew. So I think we're well clear. We'll find out in a minute when we see the group on the screen, but I think we are quite a way clear of the teams below us, and obviously a win today would certainly help that. We're going out there with a thought that we're just going to attack and break down Porto and score more goals than them. We're at home. Hopefully that will give us the advantage, and we will find out certainly here as we have our first highlight. Shepelev to Verbic, back to Agate, to Vera, to Agate again. That's a great ball to Conti. Who's he going to find? He's going to find the man of the moment, Artem Besedin, who scores again. Oh, how has this guy turned it round this year from being banned for drugs use for 1 year, and it meant we couldn't use him until December last year. He's come out all guns blazing this year. His 18th goal in all competitions. We've not had the best of starts, but we're 1-0 up, and I mean, we're quite a good team this year. Obviously, it'd be nice to make it out of the group. We always want to be third because I think we'd have a good run in the Europa League, but a Champions League last 16 place isn't too bad at all, is it, I suppose? And I mean, we are just playing some pretty good football. We're going to demand a little bit more from the boys. Another goal would be rather handy. Can we get it here? Vera is beaten to it by Romario, and they're off, but it's an awful pass, and Popov can see that one forward, and Gustavo Scarpa tried to take on Zayadu. He's still got it. He tries to take him on again and still got it. He hasn't that time because third time he is beaten to it by the right back. What was it? Zayadu, something along those lines. But Shepelev still has it to Verbic, who's got his quick mate, and the youngsters coming on off the outside of him. Vivcharenko, who's got it. Verbic, Scarpa, awful. I mean, that's maybe further than Road's Ed. Right, PSG are 1-0 up against Bruges. Andrea Bellotti has scored for them. As I say, it's not been like mind-blowing performance. We've let them probably have more chances than we would have liked. But we are going into the break 1-0 up. We are capable of even better. We're going to pump some fists and say we have the faith in the boys. Can we go out there in this second half and just finish off what we've started with a decent first half? Potentially we can here. Agate and Popov knock it between them before Vera gets it, and Conti and Scarpa. And where can we go from here? Agate with room to run into ahead of him, and he takes it. Shepelev, Vera, ball to Besedin, looks slightly offside. It's not though, he scored! It's 2-0! I could have sworn that was offside, but it's another goal for Artem Besedin, who closes in on 20 goals for the season already. I mean, this is tight, is it not? Vera, it's him, whoever that is. Zayadu, the left back, has been, Scarpa makes a great run. Zayadu leaves Besedin onside, and as I wanted us to be, we are 2-0 up. We're going to drop some praise because that is the perfect start to the second half. Can we build on it now? Mateus for them in the middle. A goal now for Porto would be a real killer and make the last few minutes a little bit eagle. My word. We would have been a bit nervy. That was a great little ball in. Marega was in for Porto. It's hit the post. He's beaten Loan Poli, but we're off again. Shepelev still has it. Besedin, Verbic, Besedin to Agate, to Vera, to Scarpa, to Vera. Besedin's in again. It's a hat-trick for the man. What a player! What a player! This man is a goal-scoring machine. Sign him. If you are currently doing a save and you need a striker and he's available, I mean, from this evidence, why wouldn't you? He is unbelievable. What runs he's making. It's a hat-trick in the Champions League for Artem Besedin. We're 3-0 up against Porto. Make that 3-1 because Tony Martinez has just headed in from a corner. We're still doing pretty well, though. To be 3-1 up against Porto, having won our first 2 games in the group as well. What a run we're going on in the Champions League. It is absolutely ridiculous. Mbappe scoring for PSG. I think it was Andrew Creech in the comments asking where he's gone. He's still at PSG. He just obviously didn't want to play against this lot because we're just too good for them. Marega scores. Right. Now we've got a nervy 20 minutes ahead of us because we've decided to switch off, it would seem. Takakt is going to come on at the back. Shepelev's going to come off as well. And I think we're going to get... Let's get Shaparenko on for him in the middle. That isn't the ideal couple of minutes we've just had there. We've conceded 2 reasonably quick goals. We're going to berate the boys and hope that we can get one back and then shut things down. Shaparenko out to Vera. That is a... What is that pass? Anyway, McKenna gathers it and plays it to Conti. Vera to Scarpa. Great ball. Bassani's not going to get 4, is he? No, but Shaparenko's going to score. Wow. He's just come onto the pitch as well, and he has grabbed the goal that hopefully will secure this game. And now, we're going to watch the highlight. Basedin's coming off as well. We're going to get Patty Bamford on there. Was that Otamendi? Yeah, Otamendi at the back for them. Manafa. Verbic neps in and does really well. Vivcharenko to Vera. To Agate. Back to Verbic. Great ball in. Basedin's in again. Oh, that's really, really good goalkeeping by Marche in the goal there. He had to get there as well. Had to get there. That's exceptional goalkeeping. Polly all the way forward. Scarpa can't quite get his head on it. And Luis Diaz is coming back at us. They're going to score again. What a game this is becoming. Luan Polly saves. And we are now just going to shut things down. I don't think I've got any more subs to make. No. So we're going to drop this back. We're going to go balanced. We're not going to go too far back. We're going to go for a shorter, lower tempo. Wasting time frequently. We're going to regroup, hold our shape and slow the pace down. And we're also just going to drop back a little bit, but still keep the pressing on, just so we can hopefully keep hold of this game for the next 13 minutes or so and make it 3 wins from 3 in the group, which will see us top with 9 points. I mean, everyone is exhausted and we have no options on the bench. If none of these get injured, I'll be impressed. 5 minutes of added time. That's gone fast. Wow. We have won. It's 4-2 to Dynamo Kiev. What a Champions League campaign we are having so far. We're going to outstretch the arms because that, well, it's just incredible. Here's the group then. So we're 5 points clear of PSG, 7 points clear of Porto, and obviously a full 8 points clear of Club Brugge with 3 games to play. I mean, dare I say it? It feels like we might already be in the group out of the group stages rather of the Champions League, and I'm sure we will know that before the next episode, which will come back for the second game against PSG, shall we? That could be a top of the Champions League group clash, and we'll combine that with either Vorskla or Volyn in the league, and hopefully we can be top of that league by the time you see me next. But I hope you have enjoyed today's episode, and if you have, please leave a like down below for me. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager videos, and thank you all for coming along and watching.